War in Gaza has shown us a lot of stories where a man's courage has prevailed over the hardships. Our next report tells you one such story of a doctor who, despite losing his leg to a shrapnel injury last year, continues to treat the injured. This is a story of resilience from the battlefields. Let's take a look.
It's impossible for me to stay away from the pediatric department. So first opportunity I had to return to the pediatric department after I put on the prosthetic leg, I didn't hesitate for a second. I could sit, by the way, and not work, but it's not me to sit around. I was injured by shrapnel at the beginning of the war, during the first third of the war. I am already a diabetic patient. And that's why it escalated for me, leading to severe bone infections. So the doctors decided to amputate my right leg. I've been displaced multiple times. Now I am displaced and staying in the hospital. I see all injuries, the conditions of children, and the new diseases and skin diseases that emerged with the overcrowding. We also had cases of polio that never existed in Gaza before. I hope it stops as soon as possible to put an end to the suffering of the children, first and foremost. Children witness things they'd never seen before and heard things they'd never heard before. Everyone is a target. As for me, I lost a limb, thank God. There were people whose entire families were martyred, wives, children, parents and siblings. Thank God I'm still fine, better than many others.
South Korea's impeached president, Yoon Suk-yeol, has been arrested by the law enforcement officials in a second attempt over his imposition of short-lived martial law in the country last month. Yoon, who's being investigated on charges of insurrection, is the first sitting president in the history of South Korea to be arrested. Now, an earlier attempt to arrest Yoon was made by the South Korean investigators on January 3rd, but the 6 hours operation was called off as the authorities said that the situation was impossible, citing concerns for their safety. South Korean investigators have used ladders to climb into residential compounds of the impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol in their second attempt to arrest him for a short-lived imposition of martial law. Investigators were initially blocked by the Presidential Security Service, which barricaded the entrance using vehicles, as well as a group of lawmakers from the governing Conservative People Power Party and Yoon's lawyers. These are some of the visuals of this very operation that's gone down, and now in their second attempt, the investigators have successfully, in fact, arrested Yoon.